Good evening. My name is Kate Devlin, and I'm the Chief GED Examiner here at Greenfield Community College. On behalf of the Family Literacy Collaborative and Greenfield Community College, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our annual GED graduation. The Family Literacy Collaborative is made up of the following agencies who are all committed to promoting literacy in Franklin and Hampshire County. Greenfield Community College, where the graduates outnumber those who come to us directly out of high school. The Franklin Hampshire Career Center, which offers the Pathways to MCAS Success Program and GED classes. Employment Counseling and Training, the Literacy Project and Adult Learning Centers, Community Action of the Franklin, Hampshire, and North Quabbin regions, and the Franklin County Sheriff's Office, the Community Corrections Adult Basic Education Program. And I'm gonna, so welcome. You can have a seat. Since last October, 160 students have earned their GED by testing through Greenfield Community College, including some of those who actually earned their GED while incarcerated at the Franklin County House of Correction. I am so excited to share this night with you. You'll notice that not necessarily all of the graduates here tonight are listed in the program. You may be looking for some names, and that's because something special has happened. A few of the graduates just found out that they graduated this week. So they're here tonight. Our graduates range in age from 16 to 68 years of age, and the passing rate for GED examinees tested through our program has consistently been above the state average. In 2012, we had a 76% passing rate. The state average, just so you know, is 63%. So I think this is certainly a testament to all of our local adult education centers and literacy programs. And on that note, I want to give a special welcome to all of the teachers who are here tonight. When I say your group's name, maybe you can wave and say hello, or at least put your name out there. The Literacy Project, I know there are several. Franklin Hampshire Career Center. The Family Learning Center. And from the Franklin County House of Corrections, where are you? And any others, all of you family and friends, you have lent your support, you've helped your graduates. This is a very exciting night, so thank you for coming. We're very fortunate to have several special speakers with us tonight to honor our graduates. I'll give you a list and then we'll start. So, President of Greenfield Community College, Bob Pura. We also have the President of the Northampton City Council, Bill Dwight. We have one of our recent GED graduates, Ray Martinez, who will be speaking. We also have some special guests. Tom Donovan and Jill Kerr-Conway are here to present some scholarships. So, without further ado, it's my pleasure to kick off tonight's festivities by introducing a man who's been an inspiration to Greenfield Community College and our community, our president, Dr. Robert Pura.
Hello, everybody. Oh, come on. This is a night of celebration. Hello, everybody. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, it's great to see everybody here, and I'm especially pleased to congratulate all of you graduates and to welcome everybody here to Greenfield Community College. It's such an uplifting evening for all of us, and I can tell you I bring all of the good cheer and welcome from all of our students, all of our faculty, all of our staff, our boards of trustees and the board at the foundation. all really, truly are pleased that you're here tonight. So tonight you graduated, and I have to say, I want to remind folks that this is not a very quiet evening, that as people come and get your diplomas up here, it would be most appropriate to hear all the hooting and howling and cheering for all the hard work. So as they come by, whenever you want, just let it out. So your GED diploma this evening is telling the entire world, once and for all, that you have learned to communicate better, that you've learned to think more critically and you have a better understanding of the world around you. But really, the most valuable long-term impact of going through this process is twofold. One, that you really have begun to learn how to learn. Nobody will ever take that away from you, ever. And you'll be able to use that skill. Learning how to learn is the most powerful skill that you'll have for the rest of your life, and you've demonstrated that you can do it. So that's good. You've also proven that you can do it, that no matter where you came from, no matter what's happened to you to this point, you've demonstrated you can work hard and achieve the goal that you were working towards. Why stop here? Why stop at this place? Michael Jordan, you all remember Michael Jordan, basketball player, right down the road, Springfield, when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, said something that I actually did hear on the simulcast that evening, that he said, and it struck with me, and then it was in the press the next day. He said, "Fear, like limits, are just an illusion. Fear, like limits, are just an illusion. Don't let anyone or any emotion stop you from fulfilling your potential or fulfilling your dreams. You can be the best you possible, and don't let anyone, including yourself, stop you from doing that." Why not go for it? A quick story. You up for a quick story? Yeah. Thanks. So the quick story is that my brother-in-law is a farmer. One particular day he asked for help getting a bull from one farm to the other. I took the ride with him. We were in a truck. We were going to get that bull in the truck and move it along. We went to the farm. The bull was with a herd of cows. We had to separate them out. The farmer there put some feed in the side of a barn, and in the corral all the cows went. Bull went with it. And we were able to go get the bull, back the truck up, and walk that bull right into the truck. But as we were leaving, that farmer put a rope around the fence. And here are all these big cows, these big animals, more power certainly than the rope. They had enough power to probably plow through the side of the barn, let alone that rope. But there they stood. Something like what Michael Jordan was saying, huh? That those bulls felt restrained by a rope that they could easily just walk through. And Michael Jordan is saying the same thing, that fear, like limits, are just an illusion. Those cows had the power to go through those ropes and those barriers, so do you. Why not go for it? Don't be harnessed by those ropes. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from getting the education and then the quality of life that you dream about yourselves and for your families. Thanks. I wish for you all of those things, and I carry those wishes on behalf of all of those here at GCC. My congratulations to each of you, and we hope to see you here soon at GCC. We'll have a place waiting for you. Welcome, congratulations.
It's my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for tonight. Bill Dwight has had many titles over the years: city councilor, nonprofit board member, radio show host, movie store clerk, and I got this one out of an article that was in the Gazette last year, perhaps the most intriguing, pheasant farm crew foreman. Okay? Bill is now the city of Northampton City Council President. He is also a 2012 GED graduate. So please welcome Bill Dwight.
Yes, I worked on a pheasant farm, and I was very good at it. The best way to start this, I think, is by saying, of course, congratulations. No, wait a minute, actually, I have a better idea. Would everyone who can, please stand up? Everybody, that includes you guys, if you can. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a long, loud, crazy loud standing ovation for these good people who've earned these diplomas. Come on. That's it. Good job. Outstanding. All right, you know, the GED that you have earned, you earned it, you know, is in many ways more significant, more real, more meaningful than the diploma the kids get at a high school graduation. That's not to take anything away from, you know, folks who graduate the old-fashioned way, but what I'm saying is this GED, these diplomas represent an achievement that came with many more challenges and a lot more anxiety, I can tell you that, and a lot more riding on the outcome than those other diplomas. For every person receiving a GED tonight, or pretending to receive one because they're going to get fake diplomas until they get their real ones when they get their food and stuff, but you know, there's a different story and a unique reason why you didn't finish high school. School didn't sing to you, you joined the armed forces, you had a baby, or you just moved to this country, or life just got in the way. And what we're here to celebrate today is the fact that you chose to pursue this goal, not while in the protected, controlled confines of a school, but while dealing with the pressures and struggles that adult life presents. And you chose to do this for you, for yourselves. So what you've done, and what we're recognizing tonight, is that you committed an act of immense courage. And maybe you don't recognize that, but I think your bravery has to be acknowledged. Now, as it's been mentioned, I received my GED, it was last September, and I had a little commencement ceremony, it was nice. I like this one better. I've never been in a processional before. This is my first processional. I've filed into a number of rooms for a variety of different reasons, but not like this. So I never got around to finishing school. I got kicked out of 4 schools for a variety of reasons that I really won't go into tonight because I am running for public office. So let's say school and we just sort of gave up on each other. And I set out to do a variety of jobs in a variety of states, and I have to say I liked it. I did. I mean, it was an education that had more value to me than the ones my friends in some cases were paying for, and in fact actually are still paying for today in college. But I was always passing, and that is to say I was pretending. I mean, most people presumed I was educated in the traditional sense of the word, and I rarely let on that I didn't graduate from high school. Now, I outed myself recently to a group of folks from the Literacy Project. That was around, I think it was around 2 years ago, when some recent graduates came before a committee that I sat on to appeal for community development block grant funds, and they were really nervous. And they were testifying before, you know, big deal government officials, after all. I can see why they would be nervous, almost as nervous as I am talking to you today. And I wanted them to understand, that I had nothing on them. They had done something that I never had the courage to do. And I told them I was a dropout, and that broke the ice. And unfortunately for me, or fortunately for me, it gave Judith Roberts a clever idea that, hey, let's get this blowhard politician, see if he could pass the GED, and maybe we can raise some money off of it. So, and I agreed to do it, and then I freaked out. I went home and I freaked out. I was terrified. I realized, if I failed this thing, I'm an elected city official. There are any number of people who think that I have all sorts of gravitas, that I'm some wise, powerful, thoughtful person. And I thought I'd be exposed as a fraud. But come testing day, my stress had nothing compared to the others in that room. And I realized it. And I was in the company of people who had a whole lot more riding on the outcome of these tests than potential embarrassment, because that's pretty much all I was risking at that point. Their anxiety made mine pretty silly by comparison. And the thing that I regret about those tests is that they do not reflect the lives of the people taking them. They only show that someone showed up that day and answered a series of multiple choice questions correctly or incorrectly. So since those tests and the scores don't recognize what it took to answer those questions, I believe it's up to the rest of us, family, friends, and supportive teachers that are all here assembled tonight, to say, we know, and we're enormously proud of you. And I hope you can truly appreciate why you should be very proud of yourselves. So let's do that ovation thing again. Up, 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 up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Next, we have Ray Martinez, who's one of our graduates for tonight. If Ray could come up. Welcome.
Love you too, Luis. Not funny. Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Ray Martinez. Obviously, you guys all know that. I'm very proud of all my fellow classmates today, so I give you guys a very round of applause. I came to Project Literacy in fall of 2012, riding my bike 5 miles from Turner's Falls to Greenfield, day in and day out, not to receive money, not to receive any pension but my GED, which was pretty good for me, but I didn't want to. So we've all accomplished a great task today. I'm proud to say that all the students that are before you today have received their GEDs. I myself never thought I would accomplish this, but I stand before you having done so. Project Literacy gave me the stepping stones I needed to acquire my GED. The rest, I did it on my own. Most of my teachers would tell you I'm very goal-oriented, strong-willed, and I don't like to fail. Ever. I hate failing. And I've failed quite a few times in my life, but that's for a later story. I never thought so many opportunities would present themselves by acquiring my GED. I am enrolled in GCC now, and I am enrolled in GCC now, and in mid-February I will be joining the Navy. If anyone ever thinks they never can accomplish this, then I'm here to tell you that all this can be done. I come to Project Literacy thinking I was wasting my time. Why ride my bike? Why waste my time? But my teachers, Luis, that's Luis, who's saying thank you, saw the potential that was in me. They were my backbone, and in all of this, I wanted everybody to understand that just this paper alone will open more doors for you than you can imagine. So, Yet again, I say, everybody stand up and let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah!
Thank you.
We have a special guest, a surprise guest for you. He's not listed in the program. He's making a special appearance via video, and he happens to be one of our neighbors, our West County neighbor.
Hello. Yes. Congratulations to all of you. It's very, very important for you to understand that I, Dr. William H. Cosby Jr., EDD, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, with a master's, University of Massachusetts, Amherst, and BS, Communications, Temple University, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Have a GED. I quit high school at the age of 19. Think about it. I quit at age 19, which means, wait a minute, you're supposed to be in there till you're 17 or 18. That's correct. I was still in the 11th grade at age 19. Not because I couldn't do the work, but because I wouldn't do the work. Whatever was on my mind or in my mind, obviously I needed some kind of wake-up call. We're called, I, you, we're called late bloomers. And I'm proud to be a late bloomer. And what happens when you become a late bloomer is, instead of dreaming the way we used to dream, and I think our dream before we really tagged how important a GED is that the sun comes up and it goes down and it comes up and it goes, and as long as we don't mind being in a compromising position, or perhaps not even recognizing it. And so it was that I joined the Navy without a high school diploma, but it was when I was forced into some things that I didn't like, and especially something where I'd better do something because somebody said I'd better do it, and I couldn't get out of it. And that's when I realized, wait a minute, if I had an education, and I think these people who are telling me to do things that I better do, you better sweep that, you better mop, you better get those dishes. I couldn't rise above that employed position. And so, I want to welcome all of you. It's our world, the late bloomers. And you all are very, very successful. The Greenfield Community College is not fooling around. Their GED graduates are way up there. You have goals now, I hope. Not dreams. Not dreams. Because that's, dreaming can, the sun goes up and it comes down. And the moon comes up and, and you had a little smoking. But, goal. And I'm sure many of you have that now. You have your GED. You now know how to talk to counselors. You know how to talk to teachers. You realize that there are wonderful people willing to help you. So, congratulations. Congratulations. It is wonderful. This is Dr. William Henry Cosby Jr., Annie Cosby's oldest boy, who graduated from the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, with his GED while in the Navy.
So we have many wonderful guests tonight in your honor. And tonight is also special because we get to celebrate someone's life who's been committed to you that you might not have met. And we get to hand out scholarships to people whose lives will be changed forever in her honor. We're pleased to present the first awards from the newly established Tricia Donovan Scholarship Funds. Tricia Donovan of Conway passed away in February of 2011, and she served as a GED instructor here at the Franklin Hampshire Employment Training Consortium for many years. During that time, she was also able to work towards her PhD at the University of Massachusetts School of Education in Amherst. She completed her doctorate in the year 2006. Her decades of work improved the lives of thousands, and many of those folks succeeded after traditional education turned out to not be the best fit for their journey. To honor and continue Tricia's legacy of compassion and joy, her family and friends have raised over $46,000 to establish scholarships in her name at GCC to ensure that support from the Tricia Donovan scholarships will be in place to help students for years to come. These are permanently endowed funds established to support GCC students who have obtained their GED. And so here tonight to present those awards for the first time ever winners are two very special guests. First, Tricia's husband of more than 30 years and her biggest fan, amongst a fan base of many, Tom Donovan. It was Tom's heart and soul on this project to honor Tricia, as he calls her, that lifted the idea of the endowed scholarship from concept, from just the idea to reality. The touching tribute to Tricia that he included in the fundraising solicitation letter inspired more than 90 donations to the fund. And two, the very first of those donations came from noted author, scholar, former president of Smith College, and a Donovan family friend, Dr. Jill Kerr Conway. Of the many awards she has received over the course of her career, the most recent was the National Humanities Medal in July, this past July, presented by President Barack Obama. An early and outspoken proponent of keeping college affordable, Dr. Conway helped found the Ada Comstock Scholarship Program at Smith for non-traditional women students, to which GCC is the largest sending school in the country. I just want to add that it is wisdom and courage and heart and soul that both Dr. Conway and Tom bring to this podium tonight to hand out these first awards. So please join me in welcoming Tom Donovan and Dr. Jill Kerr Conway to award the Tricia Donovan Scholarships.
Friends, it's a great pleasure to be here tonight to watch this graduation. and to think about what these events mean in your future lives. So it's a great pleasure to be with you and celebrating. The Tricia Donovan Memorial Scholarship Fund was something that I set up to remember an absolutely wonderful friend. And I hoped that it would be an opportunity for a student here to do even better because of some relief from financial worries. The sad thing is that Darnell Turner is not able to be here tonight, so I will be giving the award to the GCC Chief Academic and Student Affairs Officer, Cher Hurusky, who will accept on behalf of Darnell. His personal statement, I think, is very touching, and it shows just the kind of life that can be rescued by learning. I enrolled in GCC for a few reasons. One reason is I'm trying to be the best I can be. Having two little girls that look up to me every day is such a blessing. I need to be the best role model a man should be to his children. Being at GCC and receiving the education I need to reach my goal and become the better man, father, person is what I'm aiming for. This scholarship will help me get the extra tools I may need to achieve this goal. My parents passed away when I was a young teenager, and I've taken many wrong paths in my life. I'm here at GCC to better my life as well as my family. I'm trying to be a better father to my kids, to make sure they do have a better time in life and not go down the paths I did. Also, to let them know they can achieve in life by setting a goal and by putting their mind to it. So I am really delighted and proud to present this scholarship for Darnell Turner, who will receive it very shortly.
Hello, I'm not as practiced as the others speaking up here about this stuff. The Tricia Donovan Family Scholarship is going to go to Kristen M. Miller, and allow me to read a little of what Kristen wrote. She's enrolled at the community college for further education, medical office management. I'm a single mother of 3 young children and have always made continuing my education a priority. Though it's not always easy, I'm trying my best to maintain my grades and have made the Dean's List twice in the past year. Continuing my education has been a real challenge these past few years because one of my sons was diagnosed with leukemia. Though it has taken a huge toll on my family, I know it is very important to secure my future for my children. Greenfield Community College has given me this opportunity to do so, and I'd like to thank the college for this opportunity for the Tricia Donovan Memorial Scholarship. Though we live in an economically difficult time, it is heartwarming to know that there are foundations such as these to support struggling individuals like myself. I will do whatever it takes to finish my program and get where I need to be in life. Thank you again.
I am honored to be able to present this. This kind of help is, I know my wife would be very pleased at what's going on tonight.
So, thank you. Well, you've been very patient. It's now time to honor our graduates with the diplomas they so deserve. And I want to let family and friends know that we have all this space right up here so that you can come up and take pictures, You're welcome to come up. That's why there's this space, okay? So, will the first row please rise? This is it. Here you come. You can, come on. Yeah. Jeff Arsenault. I'm just going to wait. Amber Boyer. Kristen Kennedy. Congratulations. Joanne Carter. Congratulations. Sadie Catazzoni. Congratulations. Thank you. Larissa Clarkson. Congratulations. Sarah Davis. Dustin Gilbert. Congratulations. Jeffrey Goodspeed. Congratulations. Tamara Grimard. Congratulations. Thank you. Tiffany Herbert. Congratulations. Tanya Lee Jackson. Congratulations. Amanda Lilly. Louis Liriano. Keegan LeBrose. Ray Martinez. Israel Miller. Congratulations. Crystal Mosby. Jeff Nelson. Congratulations. Omara Nieves. Congratulations. Sharonette Pentotis. Close. Danielle Perkins. Congratulations. Joseph Reed. You didn't know. Angela Reapold. Congratulations. Svetlana Reish. Adrian Resto. Congratulations. Emily Richard. Livingstone Richardson. Congratulations. John Richardson, Jr. Congratulations. Sandra Sumner. Congratulations. Vicky Sumner. Congratulations. Lawrence Sweener. Congratulations. Christopher Thomas. Congratulations. Thank you. Latreia Tillman. Congratulations. Joshua Weld. Michael Wells. Congratulations. And Modesta Zayas. So I think all of these graduates deserve another round of applause. There's one more important thing. You may flip your tassels. Congratulations, everyone.